Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking a minute to check out this quick video overview of CloseSimple. My name is Paul Stein. I'm one of the co-founders of CloseSimple, and I'm going to be walking you through it today. We are pumped to be on the SoftPro platform, and I think as you watch this video, you can start to see how this can help elevate the closing process for your buyers, sellers, realtors, lenders, and we do it all through just making it super easy to send emails and text messages right out of SoftPro. And we feel like these emails, they just look awesome. The text messages, it's like candy in the pockets of your realtors a few times per transaction. And it can really start to set you apart as you look to differentiate yourself in your market. So with all that said, we can walk through it here. There are two different ways that you can send through the CloseSimple emails and text messages. You can actually use these in some combination as well. But the first way you can do this is sending it manually through the 360 services platform. So I'm in an order here, I'm on the service list, and I'm just gonna pull up the pizza tracker for title here, CloseSimple. I've already got my credentials loaded in. And the first thing you're gonna see here is just a quick landing screen. And on this screen, it gives you the option to actually send documents through CloseSimple. So if you click on browse, it's gonna let you pull documents off your desktop. If you click attachments, you can send documents directly out of SoftPro. Once you've selected those, you just click submit, and then CloseSimple is gonna load up right inside your web browser. And the first thing you're gonna see when CloseSimple loads is the milestones that you've set up. And we're gonna help with this. We're gonna actually do all the work to set these up for you, but you get to choose which milestones do you wanna communicate at. We strongly recommend that all of our customers launch with 5. And then about 60 days into the program, we get together again. You might want to add a couple, change a couple, but we really want to be active in those first 90 days of getting this dialed in really nicely for you. So at each milestone then, you can see we configure a set of emails and text messages that can be sent out. Again, we're going to help set this up. We're actually going to create an initial set of content for you, and all you do from there is just tweak it and you're ready to go. So in this case, we have a buy side email, sell side email, and then text messages going to each of the selling and the listing agent. And all of these contacts are going to pull directly out of SoftPro. So there's no double data entry here at all. You can remove recipients, using this manual process if you want. You can add recipients as well. So if I wanted to, I could just add my email here. And it's super easy to do that. You can do the same thing on the text messages too. This particular step we have configured to be completely canned. So this welcome email is always going to go out the same way, and then you can actually add a custom note as well. The other way we can set this up is we can actually preload all of your email content in here, and then as you're going through it, you can easily just tweak any of the content as well. It just depends on how much control you want to provide to the end users of CloseSimple, and that's completely up to you. After I've got it configured, which it typically is just already done and set for people, I'm just gonna click complete step. All of those emails and text messages are gonna go out. I'm gonna close the window, right back to SoftPro. So the idea is once people get used to this, they load CloseSimple, click complete step, and it's really, really fast. When we watch people use CloseSimple who have been using it for about 3 months, it's really quick. So I'm gonna head over to my email here just to show you what the CloseSimple emails can look like. And in this case, this is for ABC Title Company, our made-up title company, but this would be your logo, and then we actually create all of these visual assets for you. So you give us your logo, you can give us some other marketing content if you have it. If not, no big deal. We can create this entirely from scratch for you. As I scroll down the page, then you get your first look at the pizza tracker for title. We believe if you can track your Domino's pizza order, you should be able to track your $500,000 home listing as well. So this is just an easy way to let people know exactly where they're at in the process, what's been completed, and what's coming up next. As I continue to go down the screen, you can see we've got some video content here from Alta on wire fraud. Obviously, we want to communicate the heck out of that. But you could also have your video content in here as well, or a link to a website, your website, a page, some place that you want to help people get additional content, either on the closing process, wire fraud, something like that. Scrolling down then, As you can see, we've got nice signature lines as well for your escrow staff. And this is going to pull dynamically off the order, either who's submitting the step or someone from the actual order is going to be populating in here. Okay, so that is what the first welcome email looks like, and that's how the manual process works in SoftPro. So coming back now, I'm going to show you how we configure the automation. So real quick, we'll go to the admin, we'll go to configuration, go to processes, and then I'm going to go to the order received checklist task. And these can also be set up for requested tasks as well. In this case, I've got it set to every time, but in your case, it's probably just the first time a task status is set to completed in this case, and the task name contains order received. We're going to perform a CloseSimple, the pizza tracker for title 360 action. And this is going to pick the exact step that we have configured, the emails and text messages that need to go out, and that's automatically going to send that, okay? So those are pretty easy to configure. Even if you haven't done anything with automation, even the first few customers we've gotten up on CloseSimple are starting to dabble in this, and we can help make it really easy and help get you into some of those automation sequences. Okay, so going back to the order, let's show you how that works. So I'm going to go to my checklist tasks, and I've got this one is already completed, so I'm going to uncomplete it, save it. And then in this case, again, I have it set to every time. So as soon as this saves, we're going to mark the status to completed again. So I've got it here, status, completed, save. And then once this is saved, it's going to queue up that automation process. Okay, got pending work. And then as I click, once I close that order, it's actually going to fire off that automation task, which is going to fire off the emails and text messages. Okay, let's go back to our emails. While that's coming through, I'm actually going to show you a couple of additional email templates and show you some text messages as well. So here we are on our step 3. This is the closing scheduled step. So again, we would have completed the title package. Now we're on to step 3. And we're including in here the closing date, time, and location that's pulling directly out of SoftPro. We've got things to remember to bring to closing, and then the nice signature line as well. One other one that I want to show you, and as you can see, we just received that automation sequence, is the thank you. So on our thank you steps, or on our closing complete, as you can see, we've moved everything to step 5. Now you can throw some confetti in here, whatever you want these emails to look like, you can do. We have customers that do a lot of fun stuff here, or you can do it simple and just show that we're on the last step. The customer knows, hey, we've made it to the end. And in all of our thank you or closing complete steps, we like to include a way for them to review you on Google, okay? And this is something you could be doing already, but CloseSimple really does help you automate this. And it's gonna populate the correct Google review link for whatever branch is tied to this particular order. So if you have multiple branches, this is gonna help you with your local search as well. And I'll show you that in a second. But we drop them into a really easy spot to leave you a 5-star review. Again, I'm not gonna do that because this is one of our live customers. But this customer has 39 Google reviews, and they're all fantastic. And I like to just pull this up for a second because it's this first one that happened just 5 days ago is actually from a realtor. So as you scroll through here, we've got realtors and buyers and sellers reviewing this particular title company. And when I look for, again, back to the local search, when I look for title companies in Vadnais Heights, Minnesota, look who comes up #1, Network Title. And this is something that may not be specifically related to their SEO strategy on their website, but because they have such high Google review ranking compared to everyone else, and you can see there's a lot of title companies in their area, they come up #1. So this might not get them, tens or however many deals a month, but it really can start to move the needle even on a couple deals here and there throughout the year. So this is just a nice way that you can start to use CloseSimple to automate some things and really start to do some marketing along with getting some efficiencies and having kind of that elevated closing experience. So we love sharing that. We love sharing some of the successes that our customers are having. I did tell you I was going to show you some text messages. So let me just pull up a quick view of what those can be. Again, this content is completely customizable. You can share as much or as little in your text messages. If you're doing this manually, these can actually be completely editable as you're sending them out. But as you can see, just some really quick hitters. When we talk to our realtor friends, they kind of look at us and say, okay, Paul, I was a little bit skeptical about the text messages, but when they start actually receiving them, I just sat down with one the other day who closes with one of our customers, and he said, you know what, Paul, I really like getting these way more than I thought I would. And again, it's kind of like a little piece of candy in their pocket 5 times during a transaction, just lets them know that you are thinking about them. So clicking back over to SoftPro, I just want to say thanks so much for taking a look at this video. Again, you can do that manual process, full automation, or some sort of combination as you start to think about how could CloseSimple work for you. We really think this is a way that you can start to differentiate yourself in your market. So we hope you'll contact us, and we hope we get a chance to work with you on getting your CloseSimple implementation going. Thanks so much.